Up next is Mary Haven, Senior Director of Public Relations for Visit Florida Keys and Key West. And here's our chat with Mary.
Hi, Randy. How you doing today?
I'm good, thank you. The last couple of Florida destinations that we chatted with, I had to ask where it was. This one, I don't have to ask that question. I know where the Florida Keys are.
I know, right?
And they are very unique. But for those who have never been, tell us what makes the Keys unique.
Oh my goodness. I've lived in Florida my whole life, and I tell you, the Florida Keys is next level. It's that bucket list destination that whenever I tell somebody, when they ask me where I work and I tell them, I wish I could have the camera pointing to them because the expression on their faces, oh, wow, how lucky are you? And, I say that every single day. It's a very relaxed, chill vibe here. When I cross the county line coming from South Florida, I'm born and raised in Miami, but when I cross that county line into Monroe County, everything just melted away. This stress, it's a chilled, slow down, intentional, relaxed vibe. 125 miles of sheer perfection with these turquoise water, 43 bridges. The best part, I would say, the most unique part of the Keys, people want to get places fast. Here, we tell you to sit back and slow down. It's that drive and the overseas highway, that iconic 125-mile drive that is panoramic. And I tell you, Randy, there is no filter. That water is that minty green turquoise, and it is just everything perfection.
Very nice. And it is one of the places where you kind of do have to rent a car. Otherwise, you don't get the full experience, right?
Yeah, correct. And we get quite a few people that come into the destination and, whether flying into Miami or into Key West, they want to do that drive. And I highly recommend it.
So what are some of the attractions that must see? I know we are very short for time, so you can probably list off a whole bunch, but give us some highlights.
Happy to do it. I'll run through it really quickly. Of course, I'm going to start in Key West with the Hemingway Home and Museum, Ernest Hemingway. Interesting to see like his beautiful home that is preserved there. And one of the cool things about that is, did you know you can actually rent out his writing studio if you want it? Are you looking for inspiration to get creative? Also, the Dry Tortugas National Park. It is 70 miles off of the coast of Key West, accessible by seaplane, which I highly recommend, or by the ferry, which takes about 2.5 hours. It is just spectacular. Snorkeling, walking around the historic fort, the Truman Little White House. You can take the ride in the presidential limo and around Key West. One of the new things in the destination is a Key West cooking show. We call it Dinnertainment, where you don't have to cook. You sit back and you watch them cook, and it's conch cuisine, everything about the island, a little bit of history mixed in there. The Turtle Hospital, Dolphin Research Center. Of course, if you want to have the iconic experience in the Keys, in Isla Mirada, Robbie's in Isla Mirada, where you can feed the tarpon. That's quite the thrill. History of Diving Museum. And then in Key Largo, the John Pennekamp Coral Reef State Park, which is a crown jewel of the destination.
Nice. Any special events that you might have coming up?
Yes, actually, one of the great ones coming up. Did you know that a lot of the people that you're hearing on the radio right now got their start at the Key West Songwriters Festival? I didn't know that. And it's some of the greatest country music singers. So think about Nashville invading the Florida Keys. This year is the 30th anniversary of the Key West Songwriters Festival. That's April 30th through May 3rd. Then we have Hemingway Days, which is a 3-day festival, and folks come and they dress up like Ernest Hemingway. It's like super amazing. We have the Key Lime Festival over July 4th weekend.
Oh, that'd be good.
We have a tribute to Jimmy Buffett, who passed away a couple years ago, and it's called Just a Few Friends Key West, taking a line from one of his songs. And it's a 3-day festival paying homage and honoring the life of Jimmy Buffett. It's quite moving. I highly recommend it. That's in September over Labor Day weekend. And the last festival I will tell you about is Fantasy Fest. I will tell you that's something to see. It's a 10-day festival of everything artistic and costumes and celebrations. Something not to miss.
Oh, that'd be fun. When is that one?
That is October.
Okay. Give me a dish I must try if I'm at a restaurant.
Okay, so can we talk here? Key lime pie, 3 words. How do you want it? You want it dipped in dark chocolate? Do you want it with the big controversy apparently with the key lime pie, if you didn't know this, is there's like a debate. Do you want it with the the meringue topping, Mile
Uh-huh.
High, or do you want it with the whipped cream? And Southern
Oh.
Living did a uh, whole feature spread on this, and it was one of the most popular articles. I'd say key lime pie, anything fresh seafood, and of course conch, because we are the conch republic.
Hmm. Well, I would try key lime pie anyway. Like just serve me key lime pie, I'm fine.
Yeah, that's right. Yummy.
Uh, Mary Haven is the Senior Director of Public Relations for Visit Florida Keys and Key West, their website. Because we could go on, Mary, but it wouldn't
We
be fair to
could.
the rest.
We could.
Visit FloridaKeys.com, where you can find out all the information where to get the best key lime pie. Thanks for your time, Mary. It was a pleasure chatting.
My pleasure, Randy. Thank you so much.